Welcome to this recording where you're going to listen to insightful moments recorded during live coaching sessions with my clients who come from diverse professional backgrounds. And if you like what you hear today, please share it with your friends and colleagues. And remember to hit the subscribe button now and ensure that you never miss any other episode. Thank you. I want to share with you that communication is a big subject. It requires our three intelligences. One is our head intelligence, our thinking. So that's your logic, language, logic, knowledge, linear, right, wrong, etc. Opinions, judgment. Then it requires your heart intelligence, which is emotion, empathy, sometimes a sense of sensing, intuition. This is when we're communicating to somebody who doesn't have language. It can even be a pet. It can be a young child who doesn't have language, and yet we still communicate. In fact, babies communicate without logic, language, and they survive. I mean, some don't, but majority of children survive based on non-language, but they're using non-verbals, they're using gestures, they're using emotion and the sense of tone in their voice through their cry. Mothers begin and fathers begin to read and understand the stress level of the child. So they're using non-verbal information to communicate and engage, and they're very successful. Even pets, you can't talk to them. I mean, you try to talk to them, but really you're reading the body language. You're using some logic. Of course, it's time to feed the dog now. But you're also looking for signs, and you're reading the environment, right? But reading between the lines. And in some cultures, we're better at it than other cultures. There's a great book on this called The Culture Map by Erin Meyer. And she talks about all the different countries on how they communicate. Different countries, different cultures will communicate in different ways. Some are context-driven, some are more content, not context, but content-driven. They read between the lines. So here we're using other intelligences. And then we've got our third one, which is our gut intelligence. Our gut intelligence is a different feeling. It's that sense of something's wrong, I don't feel safe, or it's not right. And it's really a lot about survival. The gut brain is the first brain we ever get, and we've all got it. But as we've evolved, we've developed our mind, our thought brain, okay? And so we use logic. So what we want to do with the gut brain is sometimes you walk in a room or you look at somebody's face and you get a sense of, do I feel safe? Do I feel intimidation? Is there any threat to me as a person? Is there any threat to the people I care about? Now, all of that shapes the way we communicate, and sometimes the gut and the brain work together. So the gut feels something, the brain goes, oh, you better be careful, he just said that word, listen to that voice tone, and your heart starts beating, right? So what we've got is different intelligences, and that's why I believe emotional intelligence is one of the biggest tool or strongest tool we can use, because it taps into our emotions. And here, emotional intelligence, particularly the model I talk about, is about creating value. Value for ourselves and value for others. So when the research says, science research says that when we demonstrate value to ourselves and demonstrate it to others by making people feel valued, appreciated, we then will be more productive. So productivity to me means there's good communication, okay? If there's a lack of productivity, I would suggest the leadership communication is not going too well. The style of leadership is not going too well. The communication is not going too well. So therefore, emotional intelligence, which is 6 competencies: self-awareness, awareness of others, authenticity, emotional reasoning, self-management, and finally, inspiring performance. The Genos International version of that, which is the one I study, has 7 behaviours under each one of those competencies to actually work through. And they're stacked on in order. You can't be authentic and not aware of others, because then you might offend them. So I believe emotional intelligence is one of the greatest doorways to improve your awareness of others and ability to engage by demonstrating value. And it's one of the tools. There are others because it helps you tap into your heart, head, and gut. Thank you for listening to this recording. I hope it has helped you. Please remember to subscribe to this channel. I'll see you next time.